Okay, so day 2 of my challenge of making a video every day till I bust. Uh, I went the last 2 weeks playing, making $4 a day, 20 cents at a time, and I made back my initial buy-in of 54 bucks. And so now I want to try and push it for an hour-long sessions and see if it's riskier or whatever, because it was safe to go in and win 5 units and then come back a few hours later, go in and win 5 units. And so winning 20 units a day was pretty easy. Now I just want to see if I can push it. So the first video I made 37 units in 44 minutes. So $7. So I do have in mind for strategy and mostly poker related. If I'll just show you real quickly. In 2009, for tournaments specifically, I won first. And tournaments aren't really my thing, and I'll show you why. Because if you look at this picture in the Aria, I won this. This was my second attempt at tournament, and unfortunately, you can't see the date under my name, Nathan Godfrey. But this is Aria, and I was drinking the whole time, and my tournament strategy worked again. But it's usually a good strategy for 80-man or less tournaments. And currently, I'm ranked. I don't know if you can see it. Shit. But currently, if you see 20th spot out of the top 100 on GG Poker Spin and Go, I'm playing 25 cent and $1 spin and goes. This is skill based, not money accumulated rankings. So if you see it's the points. So I can form good strategies for poker related. So I tried to do the same thing for roulette, and I feel like this is the best one that I've ever come up with for a slow grind. But now I want to try and push it and see what I can do. So I'll get back to it, and basically I'll just explain it as I go. Actually, I think I like the lightning table better. It's just more entertaining. Sometimes people hit huge, like win 20,000 or something. So it's just entertaining. So basically, see how it's skipping here? If I had time to bet, I would have bet black, and I like to ride the pattern. So if it's going black, red, black, red, black, red, I like to just once it goes black, red, black, then I jump on the pattern and I start to go, and then I do the same thing for. So we're gonna go red here.
From the Orphan section, 1001 winners, so that's lovely. Keep it up, compliments. Betting time, of course, is yours. By the way, right, as of late,
so I'm gonna bet that it's gonna keep skipping, and then if it starts to if it goes black, then I'm gonna start to bet that it's gonna stick. And then there's another pattern that I'll explain when it pops up, but it doesn't happen too often. But sometimes it'll go two red, two black, and then I'll start betting that it's going to go two red again and then two black.
So there we go. Third column number from the voice section.
And I'm basically betting every time. And one other thing I gotta show you too. I think shit. Basically, it's eight. I have 8 bets with my $54 bankroll. Is it gonna load here? I have $54. So I'm just gonna play until I lose that 54, and what am I at? 75, and I should be at over 100, but I was goofing around with the sports betting, so that's why I'm only at 75. So we're just gonna keep riding the streaks, and that's the thing is, like, sometimes these patterns, sometimes you'll get 7 or 8 or more red in a row, and I just realized that a lot of times these patterns can last 7, 8, 9 spins. So when I start trying to jump onto the pattern when I notice it after 2 or 3, and like sometimes it doesn't work, and then I start a new pattern. I try to jump a new pattern, and I just try to guess the pattern, and there's really only 3 patterns that can happen, in my opinion, so far.
Ladies and
Alright,
gentlemen,
so now we're gonna bet,
Here is another black number, and it is 15.
we're gonna bet black,
It comes from the zero spiel
and then
section, by the
if
way.
it goes red,
1090 of you got the
we're gonna stick with
betting
black,
of course. Tongue.
and if I lose that one, then that's gonna be 2 black, 2 red, and then we're gonna try and guess the pattern's gonna go 2 black, 2 red, 2 black.
If you wouldn't, that is also fine, I suppose. Not even I suppose, that is just fine.
I just like to try and think a little bit ahead.
If you feel like it's not worth it, I mean, by all means. Here's a 9, by the way.
So the betting, with $54, that gives us 8 bets. And, you just go, every time you win, you just go back to the original unit bet. For me, I wasn't too sure about this pattern, to be honest, so I only deposited $54. But that's kind of the reason why I want to push it now, because now that I deposited 54 and I made 54, I want to see if I can start making like $7 to $10 a day, and for 10 or 14 days before I bust, because it's inevitable that I'm going to bust. But of the 14 hours or so I played, I've only had to bet $6.40 twice. No, 3 times. The first video I had to do it too. It's kind of funny. I said, yeah, it's only happened twice in like 13 hours or something, and then sure enough, it happened that video. But luckily, I hit on the 6th, so I haven't had to bet 7 or 8 times. So I'm thinking, it might be a good strategy to just have 6 bullets, because it's so rare to even get to 6 that that would be like 20 cents, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, 640, so $13, and I'm up like 54. So you minus $13 from that 54, and that would be like 30 something or 29 or something like that profit. My math is terrible. I had an incident about 2015 where it affected my communication skills and my oh, we just forgot to bet there. I would have skipped. I was too busy talking. So in 2015 I had an incident, and it affected my communication and my memory skills. So, but it didn't affect like other parts of my brain, just when I try to speak and think at the same time. So I find it difficult. So I understand why people might think like, oh, like I'm going to take strategies from this guy. You can't even form a sentence. But okay, so now there's 3 red in the last 4, and the last 2 are red. So I'm gonna jump to red, and I'm thinking that we could have a stretch of like maybe in the next 10, if you start at the 7 red and go 10 spins, and we might start to get a heavy red period of time. I don't know. See what I mean? I can't fucking speak. I apologize. Hopefully will get better if I keep making videos. Okay, so as you can see, like I like to try and get early. So like if I'm start betting red now, eventually we're gonna hit a streak where we get like 7 or 8 red in a row, and or a streak of like 7 or 8 in a row of skipping. And then there's also going to be these situations where it's going to go 2 red, 2 black, 2 red, 2 black, 2 red, and you just keep guessing that it's going to keep that pattern. and if it doesn't do that pattern that you're betting, it usually starts to make a new pattern. So like in this situation, if you look at the last 6 bets, 4 are red, so I don't really see a pattern, so I just default. Oh shit, I think I bet 40 there. I think I'm supposed to bet 40. Anyways,
so, if that is something that you do use in your strategy, well, I mean, there it is.
okay.
Feel free to.
When I'm talking, I guess it's a little bit harder for me to
numbers,
focus on the bet.
Gonna be 9, 11, 32,
So we should have, I think we won 2 ago, so we should have bet last time 20. Okay, so now you see how it's 3 red. See how it's 1 7 red, 6. So 1 1 3 and 3. So I'm gonna, what was the last bet? 40. So I'm gonna bet that it's gonna go 3 black. It's gonna go 1 1 3 3 1 1. That's the pattern that I'm gonna predict.
All the way down. So that's it. That's closed. Here's 3 numbers. So the numbers are 7, 14, 16.
I like to go back like maybe no more than 10 spins and sometimes just 5. Okay, so now we're gonna expect it to go red, black. And then if it goes red, black, we're gonna expect it to go 3 red again.
It's not even the proper one, man. It's not wall, it's wallow, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't even work that way. Anyhow, levers down, bets closed. Thank you.
If it comes red, I'll probably just let it. I'll probably just take a break for a spin and see, because when it goes 3 and then 1, that's the hardest time to predict. And like, I just don't really. I just do the same thing. I just when a 0 comes, I just kind of disregard it because it's so rare. Like to hit one of these numbers out of 36, even though. I mean, a possible pattern that could emerge is 3 red, 3 black, 1 0, 3 red, 3 black.
I'll explain why we have winners every single round we're up. That's just not a very well thought of theory. Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so it's definitely like a heavy black zone. So what's the last bet? Only 40. Okay, so we're gonna bet black, and if it goes red, we're gonna stay on black and just assume that's one of these situations where it goes 3 black, 1 red, 3 black, 1 red, 4 black, 2 red, where it starts to get heavy into the black side, because that's what it looks like it's going to start doing here. So I was wrong on the last pattern, so I might be right on this one. So I'm just gonna keep going black, and if it goes red, then we'll get on the red. But it's very common to have to bet 160. Like it's not as common to bet 320, and it's super rare to bet 640. But we have 2 extra bets after that for 13 and 26. And to be honest, like doing this is my like 15th or 16th day now. It's like I'm kind of due to lose. Right, so shit, I forget what that was. 320.
I'll just call you SD. SD as well. Well done, count. Award-winning roulette, no lightning 500. But once again, that is certainly some reason.
And I'm trying to just press it until I bust, because I want to do a modified version where I go down to 10 cents and get more spins. So because I want to try and just I want to try and spin. I want to try and play for like an hour straight or an hour and a half straight, just chilling. And it was really tough for me to bet to win 5 units. It was really tough for me to win $1 and then quit and do something else for like 4 or 5 hours and then come back and win $1 and then and do that 4 times throughout the day. It was really safe and it was really easy, and it was a pretty easy way to continue. And then I would win $4 and then I would make 3 or 4 sports bets, parlays with $1 bets each, and that's why I don't have $100 in my account. All right, so it's 4-3, so I'm gonna bet that's gonna stick. Because I just see like it went. If you look at the last like 10 or so, it goes 3-3. That's right. It goes 3 red, 3 black, and then there's a 0 and a black, and then 3. So I'm just saying, it just looks like they're starting to stick. That's a weird ball. Okay, so I guess I was wrong on that prediction. So now I'm going to predict that it looks like it might start going heavy red. Was it 40? It looks like it might start going like 3 red, 1 black, 3 red, 1 black, 2 red, 1 black.
And let's find out how well are we gonna do. We take the lever and we pull it down.
And if it goes black, then we're gonna say, oh shit, it's gonna start skipping, and then we're gonna predict that it's gonna start skipping, and eventually like we'll hit one of these. We'll guess right, because I am guessing. I'm not taking that away. I'm just taking an educated guess of these patterns that I see. Alright, so we're going to stay on red. And like I said, this is very common. Betting 160 is very common, but it's very uncommon to have to bet $6. Even though it does this, usually it doesn't. I'm not sure why it affects the video, but the wheel usually still works. Okay, so we got that. And a lot of times these patterns go for 6-7 times, and what I used to do is I used to bet against the pattern, and I realized like it took me, I'm stupid, I did it way too long. I kept betting against what I used to do is I'd wait when I was in a casino, I'd have like $1,200 and I would bet $5. I'd bet 5, 15, 30, 60, and I would be betting when it went like 6 or 7 red in a row. I would start betting the 8 or 9 bets I had that it was gonna go black between the next one and the 8th one, and I just realized like that wasn't a profitable strategy, because I'd only win like $30 or $40, and I could only do that 3 or 4 days before I hit one that was gonna wipe out my 1,200 bankroll. So it's like I just kind of gave up. So like I said, 3 red, 1 red, 1 black, 2 red. This could be like a heavy red in the next 10.
And ladies and gentlemen, low odd 15 black from the zero spiel section.
All right, so I'm just gonna see if I can see. So 3, 1, 1.
Betting times are yours. Like series, I still don't know what that means, AJ.
I think I'm just gonna wait, spin here and see if it goes black. Then I'm gonna start betting that's gonna go 2 red, 2 black, 2 red. If it goes red, then we're just gonna get back on red.
Let's go. Judy, I love the attitude. 22, come on. Oh, 13, 22, 28, 32, 50, 100, 100, 150. Let's go. And the winning number is going to be 8 black.
So you see how it, see that this is a pattern that I see potential. 32 red, 29 black, 1 1, then 2 red, and then 2 black. So 1 1, 2 2. So it could go 3 3. What was my last bet? 40. So 80.
That you might not even believe in that.
So
AJ, are you lying to me?
if we get the next 2 red, I'm going to stop and see if it goes back to 2 black or if it's going to go 3 3.
And here's 17 black, which is our third black
Okay.
number in a row. It's low, it's
So it
odd,
looks
it's
like
a
it might
solid
just
number.
start to stick black.
1,285 winners, betting times are
So
taking yours.
160. If it goes red, I'm not sure if I can see. Well, it might take me a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, once everyone's ready, there we go. Levers down, bets are closed. Thank you. Let's move on. Let's see how well we'll do.
If it goes red, we'll stick red.
100 there, 50 here, and 30 over there. So that's the winning number. It's high, it's even, it's on a tier section. AJ, congratulations, baby. You are, I assume, amongst the 1,232 winners because you did say red in the chat.
Okay, so it might go 2 3 4. So 2 18 and 1 red. Then 3 black, and then potentially 3 more red, or it might go 2 3 3. So if it goes black though, then we're gonna get on black.
Well, I mean, AJ, every journey begins somewhere, and cutie, it actually.
There's that guy won 6 grand. There was one before that, even more.
There we go. There, section 5, red, second column.
Alright, so we're just gonna get on red, and like I said, you're just kind of predicting the pattern. Like you're just taking your best guess at what pattern you can see, and usually by there's only like 2 or 3 patterns that can emerge usually. So usually if you have 8 bets, you can hit one of them eventually.
And there we have it, there we go. That is going to be zero spiel 26. It's high, it's even, and it's hot. 1,130 winners, so well done.
I'm going to go black. What did I bet last time? 20? I'm going to go black because, like, if you look at the, I know the 5 is a red, but if you look at the board, the red is actually white, like the black numbers, 26. So I kind of see 15, 18, 17, 1, and then white, 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 potentially, like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be 10
so you see, if you look at it, even though the red's 5, even though the 5 is red, when it comes up on the screen, it says that it looks like a black number. So if you just look at the pattern of 3 white, 1 red, 3 white. So now we're going to go red.
So, dude, what's up, Bucky? How you doing, baby?
So we're going to go red, and then if it goes red, we're going to go right back to 3 black. And eventually we're going to hit a pattern that's where you just keep guessing right. Like, because everything's a guess anyways, you might as well, like, if you play this long enough, you'll start to see that a lot of things happen. Okay, so
and congratulations, of course, to the winners, of which we have 1,232.
we're gonna go.
Really cool host. Thank you. Salute. Thank you.
20. We're gonna stay red, and maybe the pattern that is gonna emerge is 30 and 5 are red, 26 and 10 are black, so 2, 2, 2. So if it goes red here and we win, we're going to switch right to black and see if we can't get 2 black in a row. If it goes black, then we'll get on black.
Let's go easy.
Okay, so, whoa, 3, 8,000, 8,000, 6,000. I wonder what the highest one was there. 500x, wow. That's why I like playing this game. I'm not betting those, but it's just interesting to see. Okay, so 18 is black, right? No, red. So we're betting black.
Oh, love you, Chris. Hey, John, I know, baby. I know. Hey, there we go.
So it's been 30. If you go back to the red 30, it's been 2 red, 2 black, 2 red. So we're just going to predict that it's going to go 2 black. And if it stays red, then we're just going to jump on red and hope that it's like 7 red in a row.
And lady, we got the
Alright, so
12 went to 21, you know? The ball's confused, but it has
what's
to
that? Wait, 20.
There we go.
Okay.
Third column moistens number
So that's
1070 winners. Well done.
now we're gonna hopefully get red. Now if it comes black, this is where it's always the hardest for me to come up with a pattern when it goes 3 red, 1 black, and then the 5th spin is a black as well when it's 3 and 2 and there's no real pattern. I mean, I guess.
Philip, it is okay. We can just shake hands, and that's gonna do just fine. 17 black.
So I'm just gonna wait here, and if it goes black, we're gonna get back on black and assume that it's gonna go. If you look at the 30, it's red, and then the 5 is red after, so it's gonna. So the pattern might be 2 red, 2 black, 3 red, 3 black. So basically, whatever it spins, our next bet is going to be that.
Anyhow, 13, 22, 30, and 32. That's 500 on the 30. Oh, kind of thought we got it there for a moment.
Okay, so 4 red in the last 5. We're gonna assume that it's the pattern's gonna be like heavy red with a few blacks spread in there. So like 3-1, 4-1, 2-1. All like the bigger numbers for red. And if it goes black, then we're gonna go, okay, it's starting to skip, and we'll start predicting that's gonna skip. It's always just trying to be one step ahead, and eventually like we'll get one right, hopefully. It's been working for me anyways.
And 13 black.
Alright, so that means we stay on red.
13 black. Tier's number, yeah? 1,158 winners, betting times at your service.
And if it goes
Have you been to Sweden?
if it goes black, we'll get on black.
Well, I mean, okay, I have had the opportunity to go to Sweden. However, it wasn't like a flight or anything like that. It was,
and it's like I said, I am due to lose. So if it does happen, I'm still gonna make more videos because I want to make a modified version. That's why I decided to push it instead of just. That's why I decided to push it. But like I said, the system for me has been working pretty good. So I thought it might be interesting. Someone else might want to try it out or see if they can try it out. So I just go back to skipping now.
You know what I mean? Like, who knows what's hiding underneath? I don't want to find out. Okay, levels down. Bets closed. Good luck. Admittedly, here in the Baltic Sea, you know,
it's a grind too, right? Because you're only winning like 1 unit, but
ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna
okay. So now we've got 3 red in the last 4 spins and back-to-back red. So now we're gonna jump. We're gonna jump on red. and hope for a long red. And if it goes black, I'll have to take a second and see if I can see something. That sometimes when I don't see it until the number's there for some reason. It takes me a sec once I look at it.
Those like worldwide cruises. No, thank you, man. No, thank you. 17 with a 50. Wish you good luck. Let's go.
Okay, so let me see. So it's gone. If I could look at the 17, it's gone 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. The last 6 are 3 and 3, but there's no. You know, I'm just gonna wait one here and see if I see. I don't see an obvious pattern. Just one sec. I'm being called. Okay, I got called away there unexpectedly. Someone wanted to show me something, so I lost. Anyways, we'll just pick it up somewhere else. Just give me a sec. Okay, so I'm not sure which bet we were at. It's kind of annoying. 40? What is it? 40? Okay. So it's gone 3 red, so we're just gonna stick on red and expect it to be one that is gonna stick.
Try refreshing your page. If refreshing your page does not work, you can of course contact the live support, which you can do by clicking on the headset icon next to the chat window. Okay, cool. So 3, 25, and 27, 200 right here. Good luck, of course, to you. Okay, here we go. 28 black has arrived. High even voice.
Okay, so
cool. Cheers and Keith. Happy to help. 1,147 winners.
I'm just gonna wait here and see if it. So I see a few potential patterns. It could, if it goes red, we're just gonna get back on red. If it goes black, we're gonna think that it's gonna go 3 black and then 2 red. So it can go either two ways. I see 2 potential patterns, so I'm just gonna wait to see which way it goes, and then I'm gonna, instead of just guessing. Okay, so we're gonna go black.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like you, here comes a 10, right?
80.
Okay. Speaking of 10s, here comes my colleague Rives, huh? Have fun. Cheers, man.
So the potential pattern is that I think it's gonna go 3 black and then 2 red, which would be, if you look at the last 10 or so, it's gonna be 2 red, 3 black, 3 red, 2 black. So that's the potential pattern that I see, and if it goes red, then I'm not sure. I might have to take a second. Of course. Alright, so this one. Okay, so what I see is 2 black, 3 red, 2 black, so potentially 3 red. 160. Alright, so yeah. I mean, I'm just guessing, but I'm aware that I'm just guessing, but I'm just guessing the pattern. Because when I was a dealer, I would see these patterns all the time, and I would always try to bet against them, because I would be like, it's impossible for it to keep making that pattern.
So crazy.
So we're gonna go red again, and then we're gonna go 2 black. So like when I say it's very common to get to 160 for a bet, that's what I mean. But usually there's only, when I was trying it on Baccarat, there was too many potential patterns like that I could see, that so it's kind of hard. Like if you look at my back row videos, I stopped making them because I had like an instance where it was just like I won, but I won on my last bet, and I was just like, eventually I'm gonna get stuck on that. So
I see the future, guys. Yeah, it's me.
okay, so I went black because the last five, it looks like the patterns might start to be going 2 black, 2 red, 2 black, 2 red. And if it goes red, then we're just gonna get back on the red.
I don't know. I know 31 odd high black.
Okay, so now
yeah.
we're gonna try and go
Actually,
red
we
here,
have some pattern now. 2 black, 2 red numbers, 2 black.
and we're
maybe
gonna stay on
13
red
white.
for the next
Red
two,
put out of two,
or
two
for
second
this
pattern.
one and the next
Then,
one.
now only one
If we
left.
win
Third
both,
is
then we're gonna jump
one
onto
trick
black for
to
2,
hijack my
and we're just gonna keep doing
mouse.
that until something happens.
That's kind of funny how you wrote it now. I love it. Anyways, let's go. No tricks here, man. No tricks here. I have a
But
full
if you can
software
see
here.
this, I'm not saying this is like a
1 and 5
perfect
Microsoft
strategy or whatever. It's
200X.
just a strategy, but I like it because it's not very often that you get past 4 bets.
Oh my, this is so crazy. 16 even low red.
And then you have another 4
So crazy.
to like hit, and you're 50-50 essentially.
You are annoying. What do you
So
mean? How?
you might
Tell
just
me.
get lucky
Tell me.
too and
And
hit one.
I don't know.
But I feel
Where
like
is 1000? Man, in this
I
game
like
there
to
is no
just
1000,
kind of
sir. 0, 0,
ride the
0.
pattern, as I call it.
So crazy. That's so close, guys. There is no 1000. 500 is the max here. Hey, the magnet. I'm the magnet, ladies magnet. So hide your wives. 17, 33, 34. 17 with the 500. Oh, so crazy!
Okay, that's a big one. Was
Woo, baby!
500,000? Is
500x.
that what that was?
This is how
Jesus
we do
Christ!
it. 703 of you with the lightning.
Some dude won
Odd number
500
line,
grand, I
odd
think.
number. Got him. Baby. Gap dying.
So black, red, black, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1.
Let's see. My
So
favorite
red.
number. Really? Well, it's my favorite number. Perfect.
Okay, so the pattern I
Now,
see is it could
only two
go
things happening, you know.
2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. So if you look at the last 6, the 27 red, then the 7 red is 2, then the black 4, then the black red. Correction, then the black.
Even high red, yeah. Red, black, red, black.
Okay, so just give me a second. I'll explain it. So 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. So we'll do this again. We'll bet red again. So I'm betting red here, and then I'm gonna bet if we win, we're gonna bet 2 black, and then if we get that far, I'll figure out what I want to do. But the pattern I see is if you look at the 27 red and the 7 red, that's 2, and then you see the 4 black and the 31 black, that's 2, and then you see the 1 red 16, and then you see the 1 black 17, and now it's gone back to 2 red. So now we're gonna skip to we're gonna bet 2 black, and then we're gonna bet a skip if we get that far, and then we're just gonna keep betting that pattern until it breaks, and then we're gonna predict the next pattern and try and hit it, and just keep doing it, and eventually we're gonna hit a pattern that is like 10 or 12 spins in a row. And if we start to predict the pattern after 3 or 4 spins, and we get to 12, guessing right, that's like kind of like what I'm trying to do. Okay, so we got that one wrong, but if you look now, it's 4 red in the last 5 spins. So now we're gonna get on the red and hope that it's a long streak of red in a row.
I mean, yeah, technically speaking, it is dangerous. Yeah. I know you would like to see that, but no, we're not gonna see. Hopefully. Anyways, what do we have? Lightning 178 and 33. 200x7. Good luck. We have a 6. Even low black.
Okay.
Thank you very
So I'm
muchas.
just gonna hammer the red
Muchas,
again
and let's
because
continue
I
on
think
the
this might be
line.
one of those
Bottom of the
situations
pool
where
will
there's
sucker as
in the
a
next 10
level of number.
spins,
One of the hottest
starting at
numbers in
the
the
red
game.
16, I'm gonna say that it could be
6,
heavy
26,
red
28,
with a
17,
few
and then
black
4
here and there.
newcomers out to play. Let's
So
all, let's
we're
spin,
just gonna
and
get
let's go
back in there,
collecting
and if
time.
it goes black,
No such a time
then
this game scam.
we're gonna get
Man,
on black
this game is not scam,
and
sir.
expect it to go.
This game wonderful.
I'll
Very
explain it if it
nice.
happens.
Here we have a lightning strike. Let's close. We have a 2 wonderful lightning numbers 7 and 13 for both of them with a 100x. Good luck. I know I saw again
Okay,
34. That would be insane.
so
Well,
we're
we
gonna
have
get
17
on
though.
black here.
Hot number 1,320 winners. Absolute wonderful
68,
thing. Both low
160.
black. See, collecting. How I can see? What do you mean? Most
Okay,
of the
so
people
if
pay 17.
the
How
next
can
time I
you
win, I'm
collect
just
it?
gonna call it a video, and we'll see
Timo,
how many
Demir,
units I'm up or
Jesus.
whatever and how
What
long.
you're talking about
So
different
the
collection.
pattern I
I
see
have a
is
very nice
it
collection of
goes
songs of
16
gold.
and then
Talk
17,
about
so
that.
red, black, so
Talk
1 1,
about
and then
songs,
3 red,
baby. What you
and
talk
then
about?
potentially 3
Baby. 11,
black,
23,
and then
24,
it could
guys.
go
100
1
X.
1 again.
And Tuesday Woozy in Jacuzzi
There we
with
go.
me, Alana, and everyone
Alright, so I'm
else
gonna
who's in
call it a
Jacuzzi.
session, but just out of
Wonderful
curiosity,
black number. Oh,
I'll
nice.
see if I'm right, and
Third black
it's gonna
number
go
in
red,
a
black,
row.
and
This is
then
going insane.
uh,
Gap,
I'll stop it,
you've
and if
done
it just goes red
yourself
next,
on
then I'll
the
stop it.
best.
But
Not
that's it,
believe it.
man.
I
Like it's
know. Never
pretty
say
simple.
never,
You
man.
just kind
Don't
of
stop believe it, guys.
predict the
I advise
pattern,
just a
and I
small
think
turn
what did we
away.
get to
Living
as
in this lonely
I think we
world,
got to 1
I always
320.
go to work
So
with a
1 to
midnight run
20,
which goes
40,
nowhere.
80,
Goes to
160. So we had to bet 5 times,
stuff.
which
41,
is
29, and
not
30.
uncommon,
Best 5, 5.
but
Good luck.
it's pretty. It's not common, but it's not uncommon.
What is that?
Okay, so yeah,
36?
and then we
Yep.
would have bet black
Even
here.
low, even high red. Watermelon sugar high. 1,117 tipped. WV. Filipiki. Jesus. MVP and a bite, bite, bite. No bite here. Or bait, bait. Is it bait or bite? Arbeit. Anyways, let's go, guys. Orville, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Well, I will use my superpower force in my head. Alright, please give us something. Alright. What do you need, man? 14, 19, and 27. 150, 200. Good luck.
Okay,
21.
so that would have
Is it
ended the
good enough for
pattern,
you,
and
Orville?
then if you see,
1,600
I
winners.
would have gone red here because it's like 3 red, 3
Out
black,
of like
3
just
red, and you
so let's
so
go
and so on
race
and so on.
Ravis. Say
But you get the
something in
idea.
Spanish.
If anyone actually made it this far, you get the
Hola,
idea.
¿cómo estás? Mi
All right, and
amo.
that'll
Hello.
conclude this
Hablas
episode.
español?